One morning I got up and was watching the news, and the then president of Iran, Ahmadinejad, was speaking in front of the UN General Assembly, and he went on a rant talking about the myth of the Holocaust. And I was outraged as a Jew, but outraged as a human being, realizing that millions of people were seeing this broadcast around the world, not just in the Middle East. And there was no reason for them to believe that he wasn't speaking the truth. There's no counter argument at the time to his speech. And I got motivated to try and find a way to tell a story, didn't know what the story was going to be, that would speak to the difference between truth, lies, and opinion.
The Holocaust happened. That isn't opinion, that's fact. And I won't debate fact. Denial is about Professor Deborah Lipstadt, who is a professor of Holocaust Studies at Emory University. She's written many books. One of them is called Denying the Holocaust, and in this book she devoted a few paragraphs about David Irving, who is a British historian who is a Holocaust denier.
According to the evidence I've seen, there were no gas chambers anywhere at Auschwitz.
When we started the process of making this film, it wasn't going to end with the film being released in theaters. What was important to us is that we had something that would last for many, many years and decades into the future that would speak to the importance of the truth.
You can lie and be held accountable, but you can't say my opinion is equal to fact.
Working with Deborah was just an amazing experience. First of all, I wish I could go back to college and take her class. She's an amazing teacher.
It was really essential to meet Deborah, to get a sense of her central gravity in the way she speaks and moves. We spent a couple of days in my kitchen talking, for hours and hours and hours.
I don't think her Brooklyn accent would have endeared her to the court.
My friends will say to me, she captured your accent. I said, you think?
It's emotional sitting here at the Los Angeles Museum of the Holocaust because everything that we tried to do is about, everything that Deborah tried to do is about defending the truth, and this is the truth.
You can argue about how it happened, who was responsible, but you can't debate whether it happened.
Interesting fact that I discovered, one of the leading founders of this museum, Jonah Goldrich, who's being honored this evening, when he did his interviews about his experiences during the Holocaust, the interviewer was Deborah Lipstadt.
Could you tell me a little bit about your life before the Holocaust?
Well, basically, I came, my father...
The Holocaust happened, everybody knows it. But once you have to prove that it happened, it's harder than you think.
There are no holes in that roof. Therefore, there never were any gas chambers.
I hope that this film, along with the survivors as long as they're with us, this museum, which will be here, God willing, for decades into the future, will all work together using all the pieces that we have, books, films, testimony, to continue to bring out and talk about the facts of the Holocaust. It's essential so that students, as they come up through schools, high school, college, now and into the future, can be presented with factual information that is undeniable, because it will start to fray if we don't.
There's certain battles you can't turn away from.